This week has been a mix of Thanksgiving celebrations, preparing and designing for our Christmas market, and work on restoration on the house. And one of the highlights of my week was getting this amazing cash register out of our storage bin. It's been in the storage bin since we arrived over a year ago, and it's so heavy. It's almost like it's got a piece of concrete in the bottom of it. And so it takes a lot of effort to move it. And so it's kind of one of the last things that we unpacked, but it's come out and I just love it. And it just needed to be a focal point in our Christmas market. And so now it's in the manor. I am now going to be incorporating this into my design for the Christmas market. One of the things I love about this is it still has the original receipt paper in it. Today we said goodbye to this small old green door at the end of the manor, and that door was removed, and we're now getting the space ready to put the new door in. Now the new door is much bigger, so we're actually having to cut some of the space around the door out to fit it in. The one thing you learn really quickly when you're renovating an old house like the manor is that most jobs take longer than you expect and you hope. And that's what's happened with our door at the end of the manor. We have removed the old door, you can see this behind me, and we are now having to cut a little bit of the beam out so that we can fit in the new door. However, the plan to have the old door out and the new door in did not happen all in one day. And so we have a very large hole at the end of the manor, and we have a big sheet of plastic that's covering it until we can get that new door in. The plastic is working surprisingly well, and thank goodness it's not been too cold this week. But the new door will be going in the next few days, so stay tuned to see what it looks like. It's Thanksgiving, and so I am working today on putting together something for our table. I wanted something, I haven't had a lot of time, but I wanted something to be very natural and feel very fall and Thanksgiving. So I went outside the manor and was searching around for things that I could use. And one of the things that I found were these logs that actually are the old trees that we cut down earlier this year. And so I had some longer pieces, and so what I did was I got Stephen to cut them into smaller pieces for me. And so I'm actually going to use those right in the center, right down the center of my table. And I've got a couple of different kind of heights and sizes, and I'm actually going to just put those right down the center. And then I went looking and I found I had some moss, which I actually have a lot of it. I use it a lot for my decor design, but it just really works well. It just makes it look and feel very kind of outdoors and woodland and natural. And I have a very dear friend of mine who gave me this basket of pumpkins, and I've got a whole, well, they're kind of gourds and pumpkins. They're different shapes, sizes, colors. And so I'm actually just gonna put them on top of my logs. I think it kind of looks kind of nice. I think that we'll be able to have like that very kind of nice, natural look down the middle. And obviously we've got some candles, because we need candles. We're very careful in the manor about using open flamed candles. We only use them when we're actually in the room. And so now I've kind of got my center, I'm gonna look at laying my actual table, and I'm actually gonna use some gold charger plates for the base. And I have this set here of really beautiful, they're just plain. They're white with the gold rim, and I'm gonna use those because I think they'll look cute with a slightly different shaped smaller plate. And then I have these gorgeous amber, they're little dessert cups in this amber glass. And I'm going to use that as my center piece. And just for a little treat, so everyone gets a little treat, I'm just going to put a couple of macaroons in the middle so that when people sit down at the table, they have a little treat to enjoy. And I'm going to put this one over here. And then finally, we need some glasses so that people can enjoy their drinks. And I'm using these, the carnival glass, amber again, because I think that just is a lovely full color. And so I'm going to use these on my table too, so people can enjoy their drinks on Thanksgiving dinner, along with my candles, which will light. And I think it works really well. It's very, very simple, and the nice thing is it's all kind of pretty much come from the manor or around the manor, and I think it's perfect for Thanksgiving. And the final piece is just some simple greenery. I actually went outside and cut down some of the greenery I found around the manor, and I'm just going to cut pieces off and then place them down the center of the table, and it just kind of gives that I don't know, it just kind of completes the look with some greenery. I picked some fern as well as some other kind of pieces that I've got out there, and it just gives some texture and some color, which I think is really pretty, and it just finishes the table beautifully. This big room is now almost clear, and although it still looks like there's a lot of stuff in here, it's actually all going to be used for the set of the Dickens Christmas. So this is all stuff that will actually be used in the design. And we've had a lot of people contact us this week because, as you may know, this area has been put into the orange zone, or the orange level for COVID, which has very much restricted our ability to have people at the manor. And lots of people have been asking us, what does that mean for the Christmas market? Well, we are not going to be making any decisions about any changes till the beginning of November. We're hoping and believing that we will come out of the orange zone very, very quickly, fingers crossed, back into the yellow zone so that we can have people at the manor and we can go back to our original plan with our COVID procedures in place. And so we are continuing to prepare, put together, design, get everything ready for you guys to come and enjoy the Christmas market. And if there are any changes or we do have to make any adjustments, we will be making that decision at the beginning of November. And so until then, we are really excited about being able to welcome you into the manor and for the Dickens Christmas market. So today I am starting on my mannequin project, and what I'm actually going to be doing is making this mannequin into a Christmas tree. And so the bottom half, so her skirt, is all going to be Christmas tree branches, and then the top half is going to be dressed like a Victorian lady back in around Christmas time. So what I've got to actually do is create this skirt that has Christmas branches. So what I'm actually going to use is I've got a really large piece, a tall piece of chicken wire, and I'm actually going to put that onto the mannequin now and kind of mold it into a skirt shape so that it's ready for all the branches to be put on. So I'm using a 4-foot high chicken wire, tall, and it's actually a 1-inch hole because I didn't want the chicken wire holes to be too big because I want them to be able to hold the branches. So I went with a 1-inch hole in the chicken wire. So basically I'm going to unroll this, which is kind of tricky because it's been rolled up in a tight roll, and we're going to put it round the mannequin. And I'm actually going to, it's actually a little tool. So I'm going to put this, the seam to the back, because I think that will look better. There we go. So I'm actually using zip ties to secure this on, and I've just basically attached, I've got, you can see here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I'm actually going to put that round the waist of the mannequin, and I'm going to pull it tight, which will cinch in and hold the wire all together like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, my scissors or my clippers, I'm going to clip this off, and then I'm going to actually just push the top of this chicken wire over here. So it makes a nice kind of belt almost at the top. So it's a little tidier. So I've now got this kind of nice skirt shape on the mannequin with the wire. I've got it attached at the top so I know it's not going to come off. And so that can be my starting point now to put my Christmas tree branches in and give it that nice big full skirt.
So I'm going to get to work putting Christmas tree branches into the skirt, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Ladysmith Manor Diaries.